Welcome to a new week of WTA, everyone. We got Semaph versus Drahuska this week. Small delay at the start here with trying to find Semaph, but we'll get underway. I think I confused him because I asked him if he could come 1 hour later next week, and he confused that for this week. Because I was trying to organize the scheduling for next week, and I told LT because I was trying to see if I could get LT earlier or Semaph later. I asked LT to and I gave LT the exact daytime slot for his question, or I just ignored that on Semaph. So I probably should have been a bit more specific with stuff, but it is what it is. He's here now. We're just gonna be delays slightly. I guess we can drag them in and we can chat with them while Semaph's setting up. Here, Drahuska. Yes, Semaph. Welcome in. Hello.
I know.
Yo.
Did I confuse you, Semaph, when I was telling you about it's going a bit later? I realized I didn't really specify which day it was. Welcome, Semaph. This week was going to be a little bit weird for the match because I was wondering if you guys wanted to try a different rule set for the accelerated format rather than the default one. Whether you change the number of tiles or something.
We'll see how it goes. I think 15 was good. What do you think, Drahuska?
I would say a little bit less. I wouldn't lie.
Maybe 10?
Do you want to try 10? See how it goes?
Yeah, we could.
And then we can beat the maximum level, and then we go for longer tiles.
Yeah, longer levels you beat the maximum. It's going to be quite hard to beat level 21, but it's possible. Anything's possible. Especially with obviously shorter levels means there's a higher chance of getting a good RNG. Anyway, for people watching, I need to explain the rules. We were talking about the adjusting the settings, so we'll be doing an accelerated match today. So their goal is to try and reach the highest difficulty they can, and how they do that is by beating each difficulty in succession. So they just start difficulty 1, then difficulty 2, similar to a normal tilt run, except they only have to do 1 level each time. And if they scuff, they can stay on the same difficulty rather than going back to level 1. So they'll be starting with difficulty 1 with 10 tiles and then going up from there. And then they have 40 minutes to try and reach as high as they can. Make sense?
Yeah.
With the stream together Semaph, it's a thing I've already invited you, so
Yeah.
It's a Twitch problem. Are you able to go into your stream together settings?
There's a button so I can go in.
Yeah. Can be a bit weird already. Do you think we'll just go with Sims or viewers for this? Because obviously we don't look like we have too many people here, so it might be a
I'll go with viewers. They don't get points anyway, right?
True. But it comes down to how many balls are we actually getting. Bots, yeah. Going quickly through my checklist of things to do to make sure I'm actually up. We got shared chat, we got settings, so level difficulty 1, 10 tiles, and then pick the wildcard you want. You can change it throughout the run as well if you want. You both stay in when we start the match and listen in. No pin message reviewers needed. Alrighty. So, without further ado, I guess we can get underway. We can chatter on the other side. Are you ready, Semaph?
Yes, I am, I guess.
Are you ready, Drahuska?
Ready.
Alrighty.
Just finishing the difference up, reset, and then.
Yes. Whenever you finish a level, you hit difficulty up And whenever you scuff or pass the level, you re-randomize and then drop your marbles again.
Yeah.
And if you ever get to difficulty 21 and you can't difficulty up again, then you increase the length of the level by 5 tiles. So you add 5 tiles to the length. Make sense?
If we are at max.
Yeah, if you're at max. So if you're at difficulty 21, we'll
Yeah.
let you know when we get there.
Just yeah, just I'll listen. I'll hear you.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll go on tilt. 3, 2,
Good luck.
1, tilt. Best of luck, both of you.
Good luck.
And they're off.
Yeah, and they're off now.
If you're watching the video on YouTube, remember to subscribe and hop on over to all the Twitch channels and follow as well.
Yeah, all the Twitch channels, yeah. We linked all the Tilters Twitch channels, and they're all good people to drop with. I think both Semaph and Drahuska are fairly light on the tilt streams, but I think the people in the next match will be much more actively tilting, so you'll be able to catch them.
Well, I mean, if more people showed up, I think Semaph would tilt more. Don't worry, ECL. We recorded that moment that you could rewatch it over on the TU YouTube channel.
You know. It's
Because we were like that was ECL's first encounter with the big balls. How like we had to clip it for everyone to know that ECL has big balls now.
Did you make a short for it?
Yeah, we turned it into a short.
Nice.
Couldn't resist. I think it just published today. It's like the next biggest thing after Pineapple on Pizza on the YouTube channel right now. I think it might actually become bigger than the Pineapple on Pizza clip at this rate.
ECL, good job.
Good job, ECL. You're now more popular than Pineapple on Pizza.
You're making better job. I don't think you need to, but maybe. Isn't the match today sandbox not accelerated as well? Wow, they're neck and neck.
Even ECL had to like it because it was that good.
Alright, they're both on difficulty 4 now. Fairly straightforward levels at this point, although I guess when you get marbles caught like that from Drahuska, it's a little bit worrisome, but she makes it work. Semaph cornering before a sliding bridge on his side. Doing some cinematic zooms from Semaph right there.
I think ECL's next mission is to have more TU videos than Malaga in his playlist.
I feel like Malaga is not the target there. Wouldn't it be like Semaph or Drahuska that has the most?
No, weirdly enough, it's you and Ada.
Ah.
Well, it makes sense that you're in there because you're like in every WTA match.
Yeah,
I think Ada's
if
in there because of
you
the 3 weeks she did hosting.
If you include matches I host, then yes, but if you do matches that I play, I'm not the most.
Well, we include the clips that you're giving your insights in.
Fair enough. On to difficulty 6 for them.
Yeah.
My original intention for those playlists was for just the matches to be in there, so the shorts being there is a little bit funky, but yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah, I was looking through the thing, and apparently the shorts help the playlists because they help show that videos have been cycled through.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it comes down to whether you want the playlist to be recommended to people, or if you want the playlist to be a functional, useful thing for people to want to watch the matches. Because if you want to watch the matches, getting a random short in the middle,
I mean, if you want
maybe
to
it's
watch the
useful.
matches, just search for the matches.
Hmm?
If you want to watch the matches, just search for the matches.
Yeah, but like my original purpose was so that I could quickly filter for a tilter and then see all the matches the tilters played, which is a little bit harder when there's a bunch of shorts in there, but it is what it is.
I mean, can't binge watch ECL without the big balls clip, you know?
I mean, you get the big balls clip anyway if you've been watching all the matches. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Semaph finishing up his level now. He looks like he's around about 35 seconds behind Drahuska because I'm now actually tracking the times of the finishing levels that now. So you guys got a timer. It's not a very accurate timer, but it's a timer nevertheless.
Wait, so is big balls in difficulty 9?
10.
Oh, sorry, ECL.
Difficulty
No big balls.
9 is the you guys can do difficulty 10 if you want.
One before.
Difficulty 9 is like bumper mazes and tier
So
3
ECL
tier
wants
2
to do
S
10, and we'll
curves
do
and
10 ECL.
yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say propose 10, but I figured ECL would refuse it. But okay, I could do 10.
Skip the skip.
Catch up from Semaph a bit there. Drahuska got slowed down a lot on the Drahuska carefully checking the staircase to make sure there's no hole in the stairs at this level. That's good to see. The stairs got a hole next difficulty, so that's probably a good time to start checking. Yeah, I made a comment on yesterday. I was doing some playtest tilts, and it's really hard to see the which stair has the hole in it on the grass and on this board texture because the textures are so like similar along the length of the tile. It's somewhat hard to see if there's a like if it's this like when a stair's there or if a stair's missing.
Mhm.
Um,
Does the sandbox output a stats tile? No, right?
what?
Does the sandbox output like the stats
The
file?
sandbox app has literally no stats at all, which is my problem.
Oh, because I was talking at the IB because apparently his new website needs the stats file.
What?
IB made a website for tracking tilting tournaments. I don't know if
Okay.
Drahuska told you. Apparently, it tracks all the stats, but apparently it's also reliant on there actually being a stats file. You could probably just ask him about it next time you see him streaming, which is
Yeah,
probably later
maybe.
today.
Yeah. I'm not sure about a stats file for Sandbox. I mean, I asked for it, and then Pixel said he was going to stall for it until he gets more information. But it's like,
I mean, if IB's website takes off, IB might actually pester Pixel for one.
yeah, we'll see. Oh wait, Seven's still in difficulty 8. Did he scuff or did he not difficulty up? I'm not sure what happened to Semaph. Semaph, did you scuff or difficulty up? Quick answer. I guess I can just check the VOD. I guess I'm going VOD hunting, which is a little bit difficult. Okay. Yeah. Then I've had one scuff at difficulty 21, unfortunately. A cradle got the better of him. Already back into it. Difficulty 10 for Semaph and difficulty 11 for Drahuska. Need to be a little bit careful with these levels now that they're getting closer to their personal bests. I think in the last match, Drahuska was struggling with difficulty 12 a bit, and then Semaph got to difficulty 15 by the end. We'll need to see how that goes. Semaph resetting back. Didn't like the look of that spread. Drahuska waiting on the spinning corner. Looking at the marble counts, they're both running at 10 still. Neither of them have decided to up the marble count significantly yet. I think as they get to tougher levels they're going to struggle a bit more with, they'll increase their marble counts to adjust to it. I don't think Semaph's going to go quite to the extreme of 1,000 marbles again, but it worked out that one time he did it. Pin foot for Drahuska, a bit of an awkward uphill there for Semaph on the Z bridge. He can navigate to the other side fine, but yeah, that slam on the wall's not particularly the nicest. It looks like Drahuska's coming to the end of her level 11, onto level 12 for her shortly. And Semaph with a octagons, using the end corner on the octagons, which is, this will be the final one he gets, because next difficulty the octagons lose their corner for him. Drahuska's already at that point. Semaph finishing off difficulty 10 now onto difficulty 11. He's got a drop tile. See if he zooms through. He had a quick check. See you ready for landing? Looks like it. Straight down. And then Drahuska on her side. Got a window room. A little bit splashy, gets through. Did she split a group? Yep. And then got some holes to navigate now at level difficulty 12. The bumper maze gets some extra holes in there to make it a bit more difficult to navigate through, but nothing Drahuska can't handle. A little bit there for Semaph waiting for it. Black board, pink balls. Yeah. Drahuska has 3, 2, and 1 flying off. She just takes the 3, looks like it. Semaph drop corner skipped and then up a hill. Got a trap tile head, nothing too hard behind it though. At these levels, they definitely got a little bit careful of the potential of a combo. So if you get a trap tile, you have to know what's behind it and whatnot. Both of them look like they're approaching the end of their levels. Semaph has got like a couple of tiles left. Drahuska as well. I think Semaph's a little bit closer, but that one's a bit of a slow one. Semaph catching up a little bit. Drahuska's got a drop tile. So they're both on different 12 right now. Ooh, that's not a nice spread. See how Drahuska goes sorting it out. Hey, speak of the devil. You were talking about someone, Voco? Or is
Oh,
Voco
it's
gone?
IB.
Yeah. So about those sandbox stats, Voco.
Yes, apparently there's no stats file.
At least not
Might
that
need
I
to ask
could, not,
IB.
none that I could find when I checked.
That-
But you never
I
know.
mean, you might need
Maybe
to ask IB about his website relying on the stats file.
Pixel might have snuck one in for IB. I mean, that's what happened for a couple of them. Like, Pixel just like makes a change, and then like it's like, oh yeah, that was it on the like, play test for a bit. It's like, what? Yeah. Alright, Semaph finishing off his level. That is the wrong number. Oh my god. Right, both of them are on difficulty 13 now. Drahuska managed to pass her difficulty 12 demon from last run. Wait, was it? No. I can't remember. Maybe it was difficulty 13 was a struggle last time. Isn't 13 36? So you have to have pin fills now. Drahuska got a lot of speed there. The marbles went zooming. It would be nice, IB, but yeah, it comes down to convincing physical issues. I don't think that that's stuff that's already like tracked in the game. But I think Sandbox is tracking those stats anyway, so he's gonna have to implement the stats tracking to get it into Sandbox probably. You know what would also be nice for Sandbox IB? Having the skins for viewers not being bugged, and also having the viewer names show up as a death list on the right hand side of the screen, like in regular tilts. There's like a bunch of stuff that's in regular tilts that hasn't been implemented to Sandbox yet. Like you can toggle on names, but there's no like this marble has died pop up, which happens in both Sims and live tilts in regular tilts, but doesn't pop up in Sandbox. There's no like in-game like stats show to show like how many marbles are still alive on the board or stuff like that. Like cool and all to have like a file output, but like having in-game stats for the players that are actually playing the game to look at their stats and see it is probably more helpful. But yeah. Yeah. I think the in-game stats display comes first. Maybe he can crack them on like do both the file and the game stats at the same time, but yeah. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what we get. Just going fun with the button maze. She's got the last one that has no corners, so she's gonna have to come off the button and out the tile. Yeah. And is it like it's all the data pylons. The thing is that they have all the infrastructure there from regular tilts. So I would assume, at least for all the stuff that exists in regular tilts, it wouldn't be as hard to implement. The per tile stuff, I could see being a bit more of an issue to get up and running just because he doesn't have that existing infrastructure. Yeah, Drahuska finishing off in 2020, and then I think Semaph also finished like shortly after. Yeah. If you see me referring to numbers, I'm referring to the timer on the WTA stream because that's the time that I can actually read and track. But on the stream it shows them. So they've just passed the halfway point and they're both on difficulty 14, which is past both their personal bests. So they now got half the time left and they're both already past their PB. So let's see how far they can get with the remaining time. We can see that Semaph has upped his marble count to 15 from the looks of it. And I think Drahuska is still sitting on her initial 10. See if we get any changes on Drahuska's side for marble count eventually, or if she's going to stick with that 10. So, like, I don't think there's much of a benefit for marble count. It's hard to say. It depends. Like, for longer levels, I don't think there's much of a benefit on marble count beyond like 20. But when you have these shorter levels that are only 10 tiles long, maybe you can get a benefit from having extra marbles because, like, if you get a good level, the chance that you can just sort of splash through some tiles with a high marble count might actually be possible. But again, there'd still be a limit because like 1,000 marbles is not exactly going to help you very much beyond maybe like the first like 100 or so. All right, trap tile into button maze for Drahuska. This is going to be a little bit awkward one. The spread potential is relatively high for this combo. On the Semaph side, tier 3 S curve splashing out. Drahuska also scuffing, so both of them scuffing the first attempt. Oh, I think that's technically Semaph's second attempt because he went for something crazy in the first run. Gotta get around those keys for Semaph. A little bit of an awkward one, but splashes into it. Drahuska coming down a drop tile. Got a drawbridge. Gotta be careful of the combos behind that. So, see how much she checks ahead, or she's just gonna send onto it and hope it's good. And it's a sliders. It's fine. Especially when they don't get punished as much for scuffs, it's sort of more acceptable just to go. But yeah. Wait. I'm so confused on stats. Is Drahuska doing 20 tiles? Did Drahuska increase her tile count rather than her marble count? Like, that's a little bit spooky. Good thing I caught that, because that would have been a problem. Yeah, as Joshua was just saying, like she probably should have noticed it when the fact that she went to increase her marble count and then still got only 10 marbles, but it happens. Stuff's going fast. They still got 16 minutes to go. Both of them got a pin filled here. I think Semaph is a little bit easier corner in, but it's technically possible to get a line for Drahuska if she goes for it. Oh, right. This is awful. Guess just gonna give it a go, and if it doesn't work, then she can go again. Use one like a bounce on the bottom there. Drizzle's got it good, and then hopefully you can just get it in the out. And then how do you time the hammer? Oh, that works. Oh, yeah, she'd be a little bit close to the middle for that to work.
And Drahuska scoffed.
Yeah, that hammer was absolutely clean. Wow. But yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of a struggle getting the line after that. Yeah, that skip into the Z bridge I think is possible, but you have to be like very close to the middle because, as you saw, if you're a little bit too far to the side, you don't have enough time to pull them over and into the corner. Because if Drahuska tried to like pull to the side any earlier, the Miles would have missed the gap. I say that, but we had a surprising moment in I think like Yusef's stream where he actually had like a pull to the side through the middle that made the gap, and he got like every marble over it. So I think in theory, if you have like correct momentum, you can do a side pull while dropping down the stairs. But something I'm gonna have to test because I didn't think that was gonna work. But then Yusef did it and didn't lose a single marble. So I'm like, maybe it's a viable strat. But I have a feeling that it's like it was like super lucky to have it work. Because I think if you have like any sideways direction when you go down that staircase, it's going to be a bad time. So the reason why it worked was because Yusef's like timing was perfect, such that the marbles were going straight at the point at which they were jumping, and then they curved off afterwards. And if that's the case, then it's like, yeah, that's not really a viable strat to recommend people to do because it requires you to like arc into it and get like the perfect timing. It might be easier than trying to jump to the top corner, but that's not saying very much because jumping the top corner is like ridiculously difficult. At least with like a low marble count, the top corner jump's fairly inconsistent. With a high marble count, you can at least get a handful over. Do we hammer on Semaph's side? He's not happy with the spread, so he's going to regroup it. With the drawbridge behind it, that's probably a good idea. 13 minutes remain. Drahuska is going onto a taco. Oh, Riddler's actually behind it. Does she just go straight to the middle? Or does he try and go around? I think both work, but neither of them are particularly pretty, so I think both of them are going to be a bit of a painful one. Oh, Drahuska goes that way. I was not expecting that, but she makes it work. Alrighty, Semaph getting to the hammer, drawbridge into a star, and then yeah, manages to get out the star. Thankfully, something nice safe behind it. One marble skips for Semaph, or two? I don't know. I'm assuming he passed that level. I could not see it though. With the skybox and the yeah, his like matrix skies plus the marbles. Yeah, that was an awkward one to see. I'm just gonna trust that Semaph actually did it correctly. It was visible enough. I was just like, hang on. These marbles are hard to spot. I've upped the quality of the streams a little bit. I have them on like slightly lower than average, just because we've had a bunch of streams where the internet's been problematic in the TU side. So it seems stable right now, so we'll go slightly higher quality. Semaph navigating around his keys. Drahuska going over that down curve. I thought that was an up curve, it was a down curve. She's on a odd difficulty. And she's getting to have a fun time navigating these tiles. This tile's a lot harder at difficulty 14, I think, is when it upgrades. All the corners get shrunk on it, which is a bit of a pain. Oh no, it's difficulty 15 that it gets upgraded. It's at level 42, which is difficulty 15. So yeah, fresh change to this difficulty for Drahuska. I think on Semaph side, there's almost no diff changes at 45. I think there's an extra hole cut out of the bumper, like split bumpers, and that's the only one. And then obviously stuff gets faster. But Drahuska unfortunately scuffing there. Semaph. Okay, I thought Semaph was about to die in events, which is not exactly. Well, Semaph died to events. Yeah, okay. So the changes at the difficulty for Semaph right now. Wait, no, the changes at Drahuska's difficulty. No, we want Semaph's difficulty. Oh no. Semaph's difficulty, he gets a change to the birdhouse, the bunker, the quarter tile no longer shows up. The drop tile has one of that sides removed, and the split bumpers has extra cutouts on it. He's not right, yeah. I mean, I thought it was going to die in a different way, but it, it works out, I guess. Prediction wasn't wrong, and we have 9 minutes remaining. Oh, that's a bit of a split for Drahuska. Taking it back to the corner. Semaph coming through the drawbridge with a bow tie. Eek. Flip it there. Big balls for Drahuska. Sensor very wide to the left. Is gonna be some, yeah. I hate this combo, but like the Z bridge after the big balls is so rough because if anything goes around the big balls, you're in for such a bad time for it. The steep silting tile sends the vote Semaph all the way to the side, and then that spreads bad. He pulls off and gets 4 to the side. Works out. Ooh, that was very scary. Slopes. Drahuska reverse directioning the clock is a bit of a clip. A lot of these tiles are a lot faster. Like they're above their PB by like 2 or 3 difficulties. So all the movie tiles are going to be a lot faster than what they used to, which I think's caught them both out several times now. At least Drahuska's been caught out by it a couple times, and I think Semaph got caught out by the Tilly tile being steeper than what he was expecting. So yeah, all the Tilly tiles are going to be slightly steeper. Events are going to be slightly steeper than what he's used to. And the timings are all going to be like a bit tighter. That is the next tier of hot tubs. So that middle hot tub is an upwards pointing hot tub. You can't exactly see it from this angle, but that middle hot tub's a upwards, yeah. as Drahuska shows. I was like looking at them, like I can't tell that hot tub's an indent or a hill. It's a hill, yeah. But
Yeah, these alternate board skins tend to do that sometimes.
yeah, they're a little bit crazy. Corner bounce. Drahuska gets 3. Well, she had 3. She went for the full group and got 2 out of it. She was like 3 tiles for the end with 3 marbles, and there was no hard tiles left. Oof. But that's the decision making in tilts.
That was all caused by the new camera.
I don't think so. I think that was the decision making problem from Drahuska, because if she just picked the 3 marbles. Semaph coming through the star. Decent group. Slams the wall. Reset the level Drahuska.
I'm surprised Drahuska didn't just nope out of this level.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. That's even better for Drahuska. She's got big balls star or star big balls into a window. Is it window or keyhole? Into window room, into helping hands. And then I don't know what's behind the helping hand. That's a fun combo. At least you could send into it. The other one was just waiting for timings.
The other one was just timing tiles.
Yeah, the issue with timing tiles, you have to wait
The
for them.
tiles are
With this
just
one,
really fat.
yeah, this one she could just send through and then hope that she gets. If she doesn't, like okay. And then her rhythm section behind that. Oh my god, that's crazy.
I mean, the helping hands would have helped her scuff anyways.
This tile
so-
takes 30 seconds to move, so Drew's gonna be faster just to reset. There's no point waiting for this tile. This tile takes so long. If you ever see a floating island first. Okay. If Drew's happy with the rest of the level. I'm just like, it's like a whole 30 seconds of wait for that floating island if it's the first tile. There's a bit of strategy here because they can look ahead and if they think that the level's too hard, they can just reset repeatedly until they get one that they're half happy with. There's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. I looked away, looked back, and I have no idea what's happening on Semaph's screen, but he's got some marbles. No idea how Semaph's on the side of the pyramid like that, but he's going. He's got 3. Yeah, Drahuska still has both sides on the drop tile. Semaph with his 3 marbles coming through. Okay, I thought he was about to set into that first hole. Thankfully he didn't. I was going to be very worried if he did. He's got it under control though. Uphill at a hammer, easy work for him, right? It's only a difficulty 17 hammer. Look, level 48.
Yeah.
Into an S curve. And as we know, tier 3 S curves are always easier than tier 2s.
Except for when you oversend, although I think if you oversend, you're screwed on both.
Yeah. My point was that it is worse corners to enter into. So, like, the
tier
tier
2
3
is
S curve
just-
can make for a lot worse combos. Also, Semaph. Like, that looked like it was too fast on the S curve.
Yeah, I think Semaph oversent that one.
Yeah, that's a fun transition for Drahuska.
Good news for Semaph though is that the wind bin is at least in the middle now all the time.
Yeah. This is why I made the suggestion of moving the multi-curve into the middle of the tile, because when you get this sort of transition, it's not fun. This is not a fun transition for Drahuska. If she can get around that middle gap and not go off the side, she should be fine, yeah. It doesn't matter if she gets a bunch of spread here, because it was the end of the level. Alrighty, that's Drahuska through. The camera is not liking Drahuska very much. He's going backwards for Drahuska. She's not allowed to look at the level. It's a surprise. Did Drahuska up the difficulty? Yeah, no. Drahuska, did you up the difficulty? You're still in difficulty 15. Yeah. The one she just passed was difficulty 15. She's on to difficulty 16 now. But yeah. Who knows? Sometimes the buttons don't work. I've had issues in tilts where I try and hit a button and it just doesn't do anything. So honestly, it could be that. Fun Z-Tile here for Drahuska. Semaph coming through with his cups to cradle. He goes around the side. I guess that works. Not my sort of thought, but he's right near the end, so does it matter? Semaph is 45 seconds left. Goes on to difficulty 18. The fun change to difficulty 18 is that LTLs no longer have corners. I don't think he has any on this level. And he's not going to re-roll, I don't think, so. Not that it matters, but the LTLs that Drahuska right here has no corners on Semaph's level. Although, as Drahuska shows, you don't even need the corners. Who needs the corners on the LTLs? Let's be honest. She just floats through it. Okay, she does use them on the second one, though. That's a fun comment for Drahuska. And that's overtime. They can finish off the levels they're on. Oh, Semaph. Well, that's a way for it to end. The gate is very deadly. Because in early difficulties, like I think 336, those gates, you can get pushed to the side there and maybe live. Not so much for Semaph there. And Drahuska now has to wait. And wait some more. The unfortunate thing at these levels for Drahuska is that the
I need to
reds-
finish level with 2.
Yeah, you can finish level 2 with 2, or you can catapult some marbles off with the hammer because of how fast it's going now. Oh wow!
I
Drahuska
survived those.
barely made it in. And Drahuska finishes that off with a -1.5. Alrighty. Drahuska ended up one level behind, a few unfortunate hiccups, and also accidentally making the level 20 tiles long. Probably didn't help her. But ends up with a fairly close match.
Let's finish the level with 1.
Yeah, I think you both managed to get caught out a little bit by the stuff being either steeper or faster than what you expected.
That was alright.
You want to send it all the way to difficulty 21 to give it a go, Semaph?
Sorry, what did you say?
Go to difficulty 21 to see how you go. You're only 3 off.
Let's see.
I think there's like almost no differences at this point. The only tile difference you'd spot is the split bumpers have an extra hole in them, and then everything's just faster or steeper. That's the only differences. You gotta go, Drahuska? Oh wait, Drahuska's prepping for, prepping for the next match. Yeah, Drahuska, how did you find the shorter levels? Do you think it's better that way?
Yeah, it felt a lot. It felt better, like a little bit easier, and that way you can go a little bit further in the levels, which it made it more enjoyable with being able to go to further levels and like seeing new stuff basically.
Yeah, I think it makes it, it definitely makes the difficulties a bit more achievable, which probably, makes the progression a bit nicer.
Yeah, I got the same idea.
Yeah, so
You'll get to the higher levels faster.
I'm
got
just
more
like,
time to try to do them.
Although, I don't know, like, I'm worried about Jack, but then I realize I'm not giving Jack one of this formats against anyone, really. Like, I think the only people I'd give Jack a matchup in this format is like me or Curie. So, don't have to really worry about him. So that's like a partially reason why I want the longer levels is like for me and Jack, I think 15 tiles is probably correct, because otherwise we'll get to difficulty 21 too quickly. But I think for most people, as you say, I think maybe 10 tiles is still better.
At least I've got a corner here.
Yeah,
that's the end of the level.
Yeah. The squeegee, look how fast the squeegee is now, Semaph. It just doesn't stop. It's
like the old days.
Yeah,
like normal speed in the old days.
That is the same speed as the squeegees at 33 in the old days. He halved the speed of the squeegee, so it's the same as the level 33 squeegee. It used to be twice as fast at this difficulty, which is the problem. Because imagine that, but twice as fast. That's what we had.
Wow. Okay, let's finish this level.
But I guess while we do sign off, anything to say or shout out, Semaph?
Not at the moment. Besides, of course, the news. Maybe some of you have heard that MLT is back.
Yeah.
So I can
MLT.
definitely recommend to check for the Discord.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a nice Discord link for it. I'm actually checking the website quickly. Currently, only 3 signups for the MLT matches, so good chance that you can get a high placement. Let me grab an invite link to the MLT Discord.
It's 30 tiles length.
30
in this
tile long.
difficulty.
So MLT Discord is that link there. But anyway, anything you want to say or shout out, Drahuska?
Not really. Just everyone stay and watch the next match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you both for playing, trying out the new difficulty and testing out different stuff. It's always good to try and test and see. So yeah, I guess we can try some more 10 tile runs and see how people find that. Yeah, I think definitely be able to make progress rather than being stuck on the same level for like most of the time is probably good. But yeah, I don't think there's much more from me. I'll send us onto a break now. So thank you and bye-bye.
I